All right, it's winter time. I've talked about just cozy winter fragrances, all these different fragrances, but what I haven't just put my finger on is the sexy fragrances. The sexy ones that, because we all need some sexy in our arsenal. Whatever, whoever we're dating, however we're dating, even if sometimes the sexy is just for us, we need some sexy in our perfume collection. So I'm about to bring y'all some sexy fragrances. Now we're going to turn the lights down a little bit and we're going to talk sexy fragrances. All right, so let's just talk about for a minute is that these are going to be a little more expensive. These are the more expensive ones. They go from 50 and up. And these are for every sexy occasion. This is for date nights. This is for romantic dinners. This is for Valentine's Day. These fragrances are for whenever you need to pull out and put on and come with your sexy best. So let's get started. All right, so I wanted to get us in the mood, because sexy is all about a mood, an attitude, a feeling. And so as opposed to having all these bright lights on me, I decided, let's bring these lights down. Let's give it that sexier mood. I couldn't get it all the way because I should have had candles right behind me. You know what I'm saying? I should have had candle lights, what is it? What am I trying to say, y'all? Candelabras behind me with candles glowing. But what I did was this. So we're going to talk about fragrances, sexy fragrances. Now, sexy is, of course, a state of mind, but it's also can be enhanced by the things that we do. The way we dress, the way we feel, the way we smell, our lipstick. If you, in case you're wondering, this is by Lena Chu. It is Shakespeare No. 9. I knew somebody was going to ask, so I just thought I'd throw that out there. I love a good red lip. So we're going to start out, and this is going to have something, hopefully for everyone. You might find something in here that you're like, yes, I need to try it. Ooh, that sounds good. So let's get on to the sexy fragrances. I'm going to begin with the classic because when it comes to sexy, ain't nothing wrong with being classic, y'all. And this one right here is a classic. This is Dior's Addict. Come on, y'all. Let me tell you something. I know not everybody loves this fragrance. It's kind of vanilla. It's got this beautiful deep floral. But let me tell you something. If you wear this, you are going to get compliments. I mean, every time I wear this, I'm like, oh, you smell so good. You just know you are classic. This is Little Black Dress. This is classic. If you don't want to try to think too hard for a sexy fragrance, try Little Black Dress. Try Dior's Addict. It does do some things. All right, so now we're going to talk about some things that have been around and everybody, kind of like, some of them still talked about, but folks be sleeping on some of these again because they've gone on to newer things. They've gone on to, trying different fragrances, and they just threw these to the back. So let's talk about a few of those. Scandal at Night. This is a beautiful honeyed, cherry, orange blossom bomb. A lot of times sexy has this kind of like sweetness to it, because for some reason, as a woman smelling sweet, especially if you talk about the opposite sex, will catch their attention. And this is just like this sultry, sexy vibe. So this is, of course, Scandal by Night by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Then, of course, you got to talk about a Mugler. And you got to pull out an alien, because that's classic. But I'm not an alien girl. I'm an alien flanker chick, and the alien flanker that's gonna do it for me is going to be Essence Absolute, ambery, vanilla, jasmine. Oh, you are going to smell stunning. You are going to turn heads. You are going to have your dates, your lover going, oh my, what is that you're wearing? And that is the true essence of a sexy fragrance. Now, this one is newer, but baby, she got some classic vibes to her. She got some classic vibes, and that's La Belle Le Parfum by Gaultier. First off, the bottle is sexy. It exudes sexiness. You know, it's just so sensual, his vibe. And then this does it all. It takes that La Belle, flirty, romantic kind of vibe and makes it sultry and sensual with the tonka bean. It's a much deeper, richer vibe. And that's why La Belle Le Parfum is the one that I pick as the sexy big sister in the La Belle line. Now, folks done just threw this one to the wayside. They don't talk about it. They like whatever, whatever. But hey, this one is still around and it's still cute and sexy. And that is Marc Jacobs Decadence. I know people say it smells like pickle juice and all that. But it has that really interesting plum note, and it's got that muskiness of plum, and it's really something that you need to try because it's not for everybody. But if you like it, you love it, and it has this really interesting and unique fragrance, especially on the designer side. Now you can find this on the niche side, but when it comes down to the designers, this was Marc got in for this one. And it's still decadent and it's still gorgeous. And I know people don't like this packaging, but I kind of like the purse. I'm sorry, the purse is just so cute and campy to me. But that is Marc Jacobs Decadence. All right, now you cannot go wrong with picking out any of these of this particular one, but this is the one I chose. So you can just choose whichever one that you like, but L'Entrée is a winner. But this is L'Entrée Rouge. This is the latest one. This is the one this smells so good. This smells so good. It is that gingered up, spicy, kind of sexy tuberose. It has that, and which gives it this kind of very intoxicating, very provocative, because it stands out because it has that ginger tuberose. So it's got that creaminess of tuberose, but then it's got a spiciness to it, a little kick, giving it a little something extra. So that is L'Entrée Rouge by Givenchy. Next up, all right, y'all, sorry for that stuff falling down. Why am I apologizing? Whatever. This is Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One Intense. This is orange blossom and coconut, and it is glorious. It is rich, it is creamy, it is sweet, but not too sweet, and just smells like someone should be right on your neck, nuzzling you right there. And that is what is like a hallmark of a good sexy fragrance. When somebody wants to come up to you and sniff you, then you know that's a winner. And this is a winner. Whenever I've worn it, everybody's like, listen, I've worn this. People have bought it because I've been wearing it. People have been like, oh my God, I need some of this because it smells so good. The men, oh babe, you need this fragrance because it smells so sexy and just delicious. So that is The Only One Intense by Dolce & Gabbana. Now we're going to get into a few. There's some you might know, some you might know, but let's go on and hit them. Let's hit them. This is Nobile 1942 Perdition. Now, this one is very much like Love Don't Be Shy by Killian. It is an orange blossom. It's sweet. The difference is it's not quite as sweet, and that's why I enjoy it personally. So if Love Don't Be Shy is a little too sweet for you, it's just because it can be a little like tooth-achingly sweet. This takes it and then it gives you the sweetness, but it elevates the orange blossom, which still makes it quite beautiful and sexy. It's just a little more sophisticated. I find Love Don't Be Shy, and just being real, it's just a little, it's like Love Don't Be Shy, real talk, is like an elevated, more expensive Juicy Couture. Just being real. I've had it. I like it, but it is like in that vein, you know, very, very sweet, very, you know, it's very girly girl. And it is. It's very girly girl. But Perfume takes that and then takes away some of that sweetness to make it a little more sophisticated, give it a little more elegance, a tad more subtle in its sensuality. So that is Perfume by Nobile 1942. All right, now we talking, you know, La Belle La Parfum is the big sister of La Belle. Well, this one is the big sister of Delina. This is Delina Exclusive right here. Oh, baby. Delina is another one where people say it's sexy. No, Delina's pretty. Delina is girly. Delina is, you know, bridal and things like this. Delina Exclusive is her big sister, the older sister, who gets out there and does her thing and is unapologetic about it. So it does vibe like Delina, but it removes the rhubarb, so it loses that sour note, and it has that, and it amps up the oud, and the oud is what makes it glorious and sexier and more sensual than Delina. That this gives it this, you know, it's still very swanky in its way, but it's a very alluring fragrance. So that is Delina Exclusive by Parfums de Marly. All right, next up is this. Now this is, I gotta remember how to say it. This is Janoon Velvet Perfume by Rasasi. This baby is part of a collection, and the reason why I picked this one is because it's a rose. It's got rose and oud. But this is a little more smoother. It has a velvety vibe to it, so it's very smooth. And then it's got that rose oud, but it's very light and very kind of beguiling, as opposed to being very rich and deep. And like some of my rose ouds, this is a little more, it's just a tad more, you know, just it is a tad more easier to wear. It is in the vein of, and I'm being honest, similar to Delina Exclusive. And the reason why I'm putting this in here is because when I'm talking about, oh, I need to put that in. So this is like almost like if you want Delina Exclusive, but your coins ain't there for it. And hey, it's okay if this not. This is more affordable. You can get this in the $60-something range, and it'll still give you that Delina Exclusive sexy vibe without it killing your pocket. So that's why I've added Janoon Velvet by Rasasi in this collection. Now this one I just got recently. I've tried it and I've been wanting it for a long time. This is Francesca Bianchi's Under My Skin. This is not for everybody. Francesca Bianchi has a very signature DNA. She loves castoreum. Her things are very animalic, so you have to be ready for that. But this is very, oh man, it is what it says. It's under my skin. It feels like, to me, like almost like what you like. It is a very subtle and alluring scent. It is very sensual, but it's a very like just laid back. It's a very effortless sensual. So this isn't like in your face. It's not just like jumping out at you. It's very, now this is a strong fragrance, by the way. It does last, it projects, it lasts on your skin, but it's very sophisticated. It's very subtle in its sensuality and very effortless. This comes off like, you know, somebody who isn't really trying to be sexy, but they just have this fragrance on and it just exudes this sensuality, this provocativeness. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you are giving off that vibe, but you're trying to not act like you're not, Under My Skin is perfect for that. Does that make sense? Like, if you are trying to give off that, you know, sensual vibe, but you're trying to act like you're not, because sometimes we want to give it off without being too obvious. This is the non-obvious sensual. So there we have it. Next up is this Nishane's Ani. Oh, this one right here. This right here, it's just a spicy, sexy vanilla. And when you're talking sexy fragrances, you gotta have at least one good vanilla. And why not throw some spices in it to make it amp it up some? Just amp up that sexy. Well, we did with this Nishane Ani right here, right now. Boop. Let me tell y'all, I can bathe in this stuff. I can bathe. Now, I know this doesn't look like I've used it, but this is because I sold off my other bottle and because I had a backup. And so I sold it off so somebody else could enjoy it, and I kept my backup. I'm just saying. All right, next up is these. These are a little more, these are two that are very floral, but you know, sometimes it ain't, you don't, this is for the people who want to feel sexy, but they're just really not into the gourmands, you know. They want something that's a little more, you know, kind of girly, but still sexy. This is Chinatown by Bond Number 9. Oh, this is a beautiful, delicate, just gorgeous tuberose. Oh my goodness, you cannot go wrong. If you love tuberose, if you love white florals, this is perfect. And it is beautiful, and it has a delicacy to it, but in that delicacy, it's very passionate. It's very alluring. So that is why I said this is perfect for that girl who doesn't want to smell like, you know, coconuts, like Only One Intense or Perdizione, doesn't want that sweetness, but still wants to smell good, still wants to smell gorgeous. This is Bond Number 9's Chinatown. Now, next up we have this one. This is my newest baby. This is Accento Overdose by Xerjoff. This is my first Xerjoff. I might get a couple more. I don't need them all, but there's a few I would like to add. You know, I might want to put on my list. This is this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I cannot state enough times beautiful, beautiful green floral. This just makes me feel just so sexy. Not in this scrumptious eat me up way, but just in this you know, just classic, like classic but with a modern twist, because it vibes very much like I could see like Marilyn wearing this, Marilyn Monroe. I could see Jane Mansfield rocking this back in the day, because they were more into florals back then. They weren't doing these heavy gourmands. The gourmands weren't it back in those days. So I could see Marilyn Monroe rocking this in like 7 Year Itch. That's the kind of vibe it gives, because it has that kind of easy breezy, sensual, swanky, alluring. Oh my God. Let me stop smelling her, because I'm gonna put her on in a second. Now, this one is, and I meant to do this earlier, so you know, sorry, I was trying to have a kind of vibe, but this one I forgot to do, so let's just do her right now. This is Crystal Love for Her by Attar Collection. This is white chocolate and fruits. So that's all I gotta say. You know, white chocolate. If you want, You want to smell sexy. Now this kind of, honestly, to me, kind of has this kind of, like they say, Creation E has a root beery kind of vibe. This kind of has that vibe. It has that in the beginning, but it's really kind of romantic. It has this really gorgeous white chocolate vibe, and it's got the fruits in it. It is very delicious. Delicious in a quite sexy way. So that is Crystal Love for Her by the Attar collection. All right, and then I almost forgot this one, baby. This is all of my sweets and florals. Baby, I almost forgot this one. I'm so sorry. Y'all like, what? How did you? Roses Vanille. OMG. Man, Sarah's. Oh my goodness. First off, this is just this sweet, jammy, sugary rose. Oh my goodness, this is so intoxicating. You are going to, people will smell, you will get compliments. This is a compliment beast. She's a beast. And you know, I'm gonna stop calling them beast. She's a compliment goddess. Y'all know how I feel about those things. I feel like sometimes we just allow everything to sound kind of, it ain't sounding unisex, it sounds kind of more masculine. She's not a beast, she's a goddess. This is a compliment goddess right here. She is just gorgeous. She is in your face sweetness. She is saying, you know, you want to come up on me and smell how juicy and glorious and sweet and intoxicating and inviting I am, because this is a very inviting fragrance. So don't wear this if you want to be off in the corner. This is for you with your lover, or if you're going out, just know you're going to command attention. People are going to ask what you're wearing. Folks gonna be trying to hit on you because you smell so deliciously sweet. And that is Mancera's Roses Vanille. All right, so let's get into my darker fragrances. Let's get into a few darker ones, because some of us want to be a little just really like femme fatale. These are your femme fatales. These are your sultriest ones. These are the ones that, baby, you ain't playing with folks when you're wearing these. So let's start here. We are going to start with Jasmine Rouge by Tom Ford. It's jasmine first off. Jasmine is a very sensual flower. So automatically it's gonna, you know, it's coming for you. It's coming for you. But then you add the cinnamon, you add these spices to it. You are just asking. You are walking in like a siren, because you are going to turn heads. You are like putting out the siren call of I am sensual, I am seductive, I am provocative. Now this one right here, now this one, once again, this is a hard one to find because it goes in and out of stock and it goes in and out really quickly. But this is Cure Your Lung by Elisab. Excuse my hands. This is this gorgeous leather fragrance. And it's got ylang ylang in it. Now ylang ylang, if you don't know, is considered a natural pheromone. It is very alluring to the people. It is very alluring and attractive to people. So it has this, you know, sensual quality to it. Ylang ylang has a sensual quality to it in general. So you add that with a little leather, give it a little toughness. This is stunning. This is swanky. This is sophisticated. You have to really be real comfortable to wear this one, because this will stand out and it's going to have people giving you that turn of the head like, whoa, did I just smell that? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Now this one right here. Y'all know I love tuberoses. And for people, since this is my new channel, some of you haven't heard me wax on about this, but the people who know me from my old channel know I love this fragrance. It's one of the sexiest tuberoses out there. It's one of the deepest, darkest, most mysterious tuberoses, and that is Histoire Tuberose number 3 Animal. These have tuberose on every level. I don't even know if they're coming back out with this one because this has been discontinued. And I know tuberose 1 and 2 are available, but I still have not seen this one come back. This one, ooh, she is dark and mysterious and said this is a sensual goddess. She is very mysterious, very glamorous because, you know, it's so deep and rich. And it's something that you really have to smell because it is not there are no other tuberoses out here that I have smelled like this. I'm sure there might be something similar to it, but this definitely takes tuberose to another level because it's got tuberose on every level, and then it's got like white wood, it's got white tobacco in it, it's got a little immortelle. It's very, whereas a lot of tuberoses we think of as a creamy or, you know, bubblegummy. No, this is deep and sensual and sensuous and very, very mysterious in its way. So this is tuberose number 3. And then we have this one. This will be the final one. I'm not going to keep going on and on because I go on and on forever with these, but we're going to stop here. And this is Amarou's Oud After Dark. Y'all. This, it has a plum, but the plum in this one is a little sweeter. It's not as musky as Decadence. It's a little sweeter, and it's a little richer. It's almost like a stewed plum. But then it's got oud in it. It's got rose in it. Honestly, this gets better as it dries down. In the beginning, it's nice. It's like you'd be like, I'm not sure, but just wait a minute or two and let it start drying down. And then you're going to be like, oh my God. But this is for dark deeds. I always say this is not, don't be coming out and you want to be like, act innocent. There's nothing innocent about this fragrance. This is very in your face sexual. This ain't playing with you. This is in your face sexual. This is in your face provocative. This is saying, I'm about to lead you down. If you with somebody and you wearing this, you about to lead them down a path that they might not have ever gone down before. And I'm just being real with y'all. That's this fragrance right here. I love it. This is like definitely like the night is going to end. Well, let's say this: the night ain't gonna end. How about that? When you're with somebody, your lover, a date, whatever, that night is not gonna end anytime soon. There's gonna be an all night, maybe, you know, early morning. Let's them go have breakfast, make me some breakfast kind of fragrance. That is what Oud After Dark is. All right, so that is it for this edition of Sexy Fragrances. Use them whenever you need them. Date night, trying to seal the deal, get your coins, Valentine's Day, whenever you feel that you need to put on a sexy fragrance. These are here for you. See you later. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free.